I recently replayed one of my old Minecraft adventure maps, and I was reminded of this section. Rather, I stumbled upon this section where I have this incredible piston door. Now, let me tell you guys how I made this door. It's really quite simple. Why? I simply cheated and used a rather simple sequence of command blocks in order to frame by frame recreate a piston door and make it look as if it's really opening. And for how ridiculous it looked from the outside, from here, it creates quite the convincing illusion. Coupled with the fact that the player will be inflicted with slowness at this part so they can't run up and will only see it once, I imagine most players would be none the wiser as to the fact that this entire door was completely cheated. So I tore this down and decided to remake it in a redstone testing world. So this is how you flick between them. Actually looks kind of cool when you do it like this. I think it looks neat. But I've got anchor points set up and I essentially just do them frame by frame. But essentially, it'll copy this frame and then retract it. And then switch to the next frame and then retract again. So that's how it'll always be working. And then it's really easy to get these frames working using relative coordinates and an absolute coordinate. This will just always send the correct ones. Also, you have to run a kill item command because sometimes it attempts to destroy this, the neck of the piston before the body, which causes the piston to actually drop despite it having been, wiped with a command. And the critical thing is that you don't reveal too much. When this thing is sliding, it will be showing off quite a bit of background. It reveals quite a bit of the background, so you need to make sure that each frame, everything that's visible to the player will be like that in the next frame, or it completely obliterates the illusion when the player sees like a piston pop into existence. So this is leaving off exactly where the last one was. And now we're going to want to pull these in. So we're going to need extended pistons like this. But these pistons should be gone at this point. So we can extend this one. So once this one goes in, it looks exactly like the last one, and it pulls it in nicely, but you must remember that these pistons weren't there extended last frame. So you would destroy the illusion. That's why we add these, and since all redstone blocks get destroyed, I use redstone torches for these ones in particular. So there is a point where even the least discerning redstone connoisseur will look at your build and call out that it is blatantly fake, which is why it's critical that you just add a bunch of secondary movement, particularly of observers. And now this is going to go fast, remember, so we don't actually want it to look... We don't want the observers to do anything because they aren't doing anything. But any good, any complex piston door nowadays just has a bunch of observers, so we place down observers. Observers and slime blocks. blocks. You know, it's like a magic trick. You don't have to actually do the thing. You don't actually have to put out. It just has to look good enough that people think you did it. Especially since in the map, the trigger is right over here, so you won't be able to get in and look to the side and see how blatantly we're cheating it. And we can... What the fuck? Hopefully I caught that. That threw me off so bad. I was just preparing the shot. Anyway, oops. That's the exact opposite of what I wanted. Let's restart. The skeleton threw off my groove. And after a good bit of work, we have the piston door functioning. And in the time it takes for it to run, it doesn't look impossible. This is slowed down, of course. I believe I had only a 2-tick delay in the original. I think this was... Yeah, that was it. So yeah, that's the secret behind that door. I cheated. And while this is actually, still quite a bit of effort compared to conventional redstone, it allows you to do some impossible shit, and I've used this more than once in that adventure map I made. So yeah, let me know what you think, and make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed.